Hello there, it's Siobhan here, the Galloping Housewife. I'm on my commute again. It's about lunchtime, a bit earlier than normal because, like so many other Galloping Housewives, I've got to keep all the plates spinning. And actually today I need to come back and go to an appointment with my youngest child. After I've been out to the horses, so I need to make sure that I have leave sufficient time for that to happen. And yeah, it's a nice day here in Scotland today. It's fucking freezing, but it is relatively still, and it is reasonably clear sky, and which makes a nice change. I've just been chatting to a friend of mine a fellow Kiwi who lives down country, and I said to her, like, it's I really probably need to find somewhere with an indoor arena before next winter. As much as I love the yard that I'm in and things, I need to have some consistency with the work for both of the horses, but particularly Mitch, the young horse. Handling him and riding him once a week is not enough, and actually it's not enough to get Percy fit for a season either. So it's just something to have in the back of my mind. It's not something that I'm going to solve straight away. There is quite a lack of facilities up here in Ayrshire, and actually who knows where we will be. Hopefully we'll be in our own place in a year's time anyway. So which is a whole different sort of chat really. So didn't get out yesterday again, it was snow, and when it wasn't snowing it was sideways sleet here, and I did quite a bit of did heaps is a really Kiwi saying. I did heaps of stuff, but I did do a lot of work yesterday, a lot of admin, a lot of written work, and finally I put the finishing touches on one of my courses, and have started to write the framework for another one, which for me is just brilliant. It's something that's kind of been like bubbling under, and I haven't been able to get my head around for a while, so feeling really good about that. Big progression, I guess, I don't know, for some reason the Facebook page has been reaching a lot of people this week, which is awesome to see. Really cool to get that feedback. And like I said in the last video I did here that I actually put on my Facebook page, it is a little overwhelming, but it's really cool, and to see the opportunities come out of that is great, just to get my voice heard a little bit more. So I've got a podcast that has been booked out of that, and which would be nice to speak to my audience. Been asked to do podcasts, but they've been in different spaces, been talking about medical things and that sort of stuff. So it'd be nice to talk to my audience, and then I've been asked to actually speak at a political party conference, which is interesting, and it's actually about immigration, but it's cool, and I, this is the whole thing about doing this, getting in front of people and just filming this sort of stuff. I was talking to my business bestie. We have a kind of mini mastermind call once a week where we chat, and just being able to get here and get in front of you guys and just spout my ideas it's not my natural place, but I do feel it's grand to actually get be a little bit more comfortable with just actually speaking and seeing what comes out. I share that heaps of stuff. I talked about my voice, literally my voice, and how, I mean, everyone hates listening to their voice. When it comes back, for a start, it doesn't sound like it does when I speak. It sounds completely different when I listen to the recordings or videos, but I don't actually like my voice very much when I speak, so it's not much of an improvement. But the other thing is, I'm very conscious about the way that I speak, the language that I use, the accent that I have, and although the New Zealand accent at one stage was about 3 years ago, was voted the sexiest accent in the world, which, if you believe that, you'll believe just about anything, especially when there's like the Welsh, the Irish, some of the European accents out there. It doesn't even rate, but that's okay. And so I don't really know. I judge myself on this, and this is just one of those things that you go, and as my friend said, my mastermind mentor, she's like, well, I don't even notice it, or I really like the way that you speak. And it's like we self-impose all these limitations on ourselves, and it's okay, so this is my thing. So my space is putting my views and my opinions and my thoughts out there for people. So it's that's my space. So I put these limitations on myself. I put these limitations on myself about the courses I put out, and the posts that I put up, and doing these sorts of things. But your limitations in whatever your space is, you'll be putting these self-imposed kind of limitations on yourself, and self-imposed limitations on yourself. I mean, like, for God's sake, the words are not coming today. But so you'll be putting limitations on yourself that are absolute bullshit, that mean nothing. That are almost excuses for not putting ourselves out there, for not feeling like we're good enough. There's a big thing. Imposter syndrome is a bit of a catchphrase at the moment. Being in a space and not feeling good enough, but it's actually more about putting yourself out there, taking that first step. Like, imposter syndrome happens when you're in a space and you don't feel like you belong there, which is also bullshit. But so many people will say, well, I can't do this, I can't coach because I'm not a good enough rider myself, I can't go for the promotion because I don't have the exact qualifications, I can't put my photos on Facebook or on Instagram because I'm too fat. It's just like, it's all self-limiting beliefs, and it prevents the first step, which is the most dangerous thing. Imposter syndrome, when you're in a space, is normal and natural, and everyone gets that, and it's a lot easier to overcome. But the actual barrier that you put in front of yourself to stop you from taking that next step. I can't ride, I can't compete, I can't aim for a competition because I'm not rich enough, or I don't come from the right background, or I've only been riding dressage or eventing or whatever it is for a certain length of time. It's like, we put these things and will stop us from making that first step. and I actually remember doing this, I can't call this coach and ask for their help because I'm not good enough. I mean, that's a fucking point. That's why you're going to the coach in the first place. Right, so yeah, got what I needed to say out in the end. Was a little bit mixed up in the beginning, but that's fine. Done is better than perfect. I see my words really aren't working today, are they? So I am here coming up. I'm going to go for a little bit of a run today. I haven't been out for probably 3, maybe 4 days, because the weather's been appalling. And I went to go once actually over the weekend. I don't even know. It was Friday, so it was probably earlier on in the week, and just felt like rubbish, so stopped. So I'm going to go for a wee run, and then I'm going to go out and do both the horses, whatever happens. Plan is to lunge and then ride Mitch, and then hopefully I'll have time to take Percy for a wee hack. Or maybe school him, depends. Right, so that's what I'm up to. I will speak to you the next time I'm in the car going somewhere. Bye now.